Alright, it's time to talk about the best weapons for each character. I'm pretty sure you watched my video about the best Uniparts for each character. This is kind of similar to that one, but if you haven't, I'll put the link in the description, so make sure you won't miss that too. Now let's start. For the weapons, I'm not gonna talk about these characters because they all have their specific weapons and we only have like a few of them. Obviously, the 5-star one would be the best option for them, and then we can go to the 4-star ones if you don't have the signature weapon of themselves. And if you still have any questions about which weapon is good for these characters at the top, write down in the comment section and I'll help you out. Now, other than these specific weapons that we have over here, we got lots of rifles in the game, and we're gonna mainly talk about the rifles and the characters for them. So first of all, the favorite boy Reno over here, obviously his signature weapon, the Boreas, would be the best option for him. And then there's also this weapon Kronos that you can purchase from the Defense Force pass. You have to buy this pass, it's a monthly one, and then you can get this weapon as well. But if you have the signature weapon, then you won't need this, obviously. And if you don't have the signature weapon, and if you don't want to buy the Defense Force pass, then we have other weapons here that we're gonna talk about them. So first of all, these two best supporting rifle weapons in the game. Again, the 5-star one would be the best option because increases ally speed and also the attack of all of your allies, and you can get this weapon from the proof of valor to exchange it. And obviously for Rio as the best supporter, one of the best supporters in the game that has a rifle, and also Mina that gives morale to your character, so this would be the best weapon, 5-star one for these two characters. Again, if you don't have the 5-star one, this 4-star Panther would be also the best one for them because it could increase the damage of all of your allies. So again, supporting units, obviously the weapon can support more. And then we have these two like healing weapons, rifles in the game, the 5-star Cryos and also the 4-star Honeybee. And we only have one healer at the moment, Minasa, and these two would work for her. I would say the 4-star one would be a little bit better because both of them give HP buff, which is great for her healing ability. But then the 4-star one, when you do the ultimate, applies the healing multiplier 21% to the equipped unit, and the ultimate will heal all of your allies. But then the 5-star one, if you use the combat skill, grants 12% healing, so this is the combat skill, only heals one of your allies. And also when you do the ultimate, increases all allies ultimate gauge by 3, which is not much. But then again, you can use either one of these two. I would say the 4-star one is enough and you don't need to get this one, the 5-star one, for her. Now we got this Squid one, which is like buffs up your defense, and you can basically use this for your supporter characters as well if you want to have defense up on your supporter, because they're going to be weaker obviously, especially the 4-star ones, and also applies damage taken reduction to all of your allies. So again, buffs up your allies for the defense, like let's say you want to use them for these two characters because they already have the increased attack and speed and everything to buff up your other characters, your main DPS, and then you can also use this one to gain the defense up or like reduce damage taken. And could be useful for this guy Tachibana because he also has the shield like as a mini defender in the game. And yeah, I'll just put him over here, but then again you can use this for these supporters if you don't have these two. Obviously these two would be the first choice. Now about these two weapons, the Octopus and Narwhal, you can use these 5 characters with these weapons, especially the first one because it increases the effect hit rate. And these characters, they all have dot damage, the continuous damage for poison, wind, shock, and also burn. And also Haruichi has a chance to lower down the speed and attack of the enemy. So with this one you could have higher chance to deal this debuff on the enemy and also these dot damage. That's why this could be useful over here with these characters. And then the second weapon over here, Narwhal, I just put it over here because of the combat skill, because the dot damage of these characters are based on their combat skill. So you want to use their combat skill, the second skill, and this could also buff the combat skill damage up. That's the only reason that I'm putting it over here. And obviously you can't use this weapon on characters that their combat skill like doesn't attack, like Mina, for example. The combat skill of Mina will buff up and give morale to your character, so this would be useless for her. And then we also have this basic, the most basic rifle and weapon in the game, Linux, that doesn't do anything, just increases the attack and also applies damage dealt 21%. So like the most basic one, and you can use this for anyone if you don't have these weapons for these characters. And yeah, that's the whole weapon guide for all of your characters. Make sure to like and subscribe. I put a lot of time on this video and I hope this was helpful. Till next time, have fun and stay tuned.